Greetings and salutations, folks. My name is Nick, and welcome back to Dragon Age 2, where last time we saved Varric's brother. Let's talk to Varric right now.
Spit it out.
Are you sure you want to encourage me? I might be about to confess my undying love.
I get that a lot. So what's on your mind?
I just realized it's been a while since any of the gangs in the Undercity came to my door.
They're busy people. Places to go, throats to cut. Maybe you've slipped their minds.
Right. The apostate running the free clinic in the sewers. Easy to forget. You didn't have anything to do with this?
You must have me confused with someone else. I'm just a businessman and a storyteller.
Interesting combination.
You have got to hear this, Hawk. There's this tale making the rounds. They're saying you single-handedly fought off a pirate invasion at midnight on the sacred ground of the Chantry.
Oh.
Don't the stories mention my stunning good looks? What about my cunning wit?
Nope. They skip straight to the part about the lovable dwarf with the gorgeous crossbow and the heart of gold. I try to steer them straight, but you know how stories go. Just don't be surprised if people seem in awe.
Has he been passing around stories? Has he been trying to elevate us like the character Shitbreak in American Pie?
What compels you to spin these ridiculous tales?
I love the sound of my own voice, and I'm a compulsive liar. Honestly, I don't know. It's just something I do. There's power in stories, though. That's all history is. The best tales, the ones that last. Might as well be mine.
I find it hard to believe you're spreading these stories without getting something in return.
Well, that just shows what you know, Hawk. The stories are their own reward.
Oh yeah, like if he starts spreading a story, and then he hears somebody else tell that story.
Just once.
Wouldn't it make more sense for you to be the main character in these tall tales of yours?
There's a recipe to a good hero, Hawk. It's like alchemy. One part down to earth, one part selfless nobility, 2 parts crazy, and you season liberally with wild falsehoods. You let that percolate through a good audience for a while, and when it's done, you've got your hero.
You have been very clear, and yet, at the same time, incredibly vague.
I guess all works. A little reverence wouldn't hurt, though.
You're beautiful, deadly, and hang out with fantastic dwarves. It would be a crime if people didn't talk about you. Anyway, I'll quit exaggerating before it goes to your head.
Before? I'm thinking you might be a little bit late for that. Alright, let's get out of here. Let's go to the main quest. That being the Canary Rebellion. Go to the docks. Find some people who need help with questing. Oh, looks like there's a few quests going on here. Hello.
You are Hawk. A patrol went missing along the Wounded Coast. The Arashok says you have some semblance of honor. So tell me, did you kill them?
I don't know what you're talking about.
This time.
If you are not responsible, I waste my time here.
Alright. So the Arashok is off there. That's the main plot. Although it sounds like I'm going to be pulled in towards a side plot if I decide to chase down this missing patrol. I have no idea what I found of him, of his, and why it is considered a reason for living. Alright, let's leave the area because we just arrived. Oh. Oh, never mind. You had very little to say. And back to the Wounded Coast. I was hoping, but the thing is, I hadn't gotten to the docks yet because I was putting them off for a lot later. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so I've already cleared out the Wounded Coast. I've already explored it for Act 2. So at the very least, I don't need to worry about re-exploring the Wounded Coast. I could just go directly to... And once again, I'm reminded about how this game reuses settings. It reuses areas so much. Like, this area that I'm going to was also the area where the mercenary group was over at. Oh, hello. Abominations. Damn it. No, not Shade. Let's go after the Abomination. And then you...
Seems to be unhealthy.
So when you've got, like, this small... Like, the area itself is big. The Wounded Coast... relatively big. It's kind of like one circle and then a couple tangents. But when you have the same side quest going through that area over and over again... Is there anything else they want me to do here, or... Before nightfall. Okay, I can do that. I'm just going to cut to when I'm reporting that quest, because... Or maybe we can discuss the thing in regards to reusing assets. And that's the thing, like, Destiny 2 is kind of sort of doing this anyway. They've got their main quests, they've got their side quests, they've got lost dungeons for you to explore. And they're all, like, there's a lot of areas which kind of interweave back and forth, dungeons that you don't fully explore the first time. There's a an emphasis on reusing assets, because the creation of assets does take time, it does take money. And when you're trying, the bigger the thing that you're trying to make, the more time it is going to create it. And that's the problem with Dragon Age 2, is they just were rushing that game out to Electronic Arts' demands.
I found your patrol. They won't be coming back.
You have stolen my duty, Basra. We were supplied for this task, but you have done this instead. Take what was meant for us.
Yeah, you were, you would have died. Just the one of you?
We were allowed Basra until the army shock declares otherwise.
That's how permission works.
Sarah Hawk.
Yes?
Last we met, I did not know your name. Did not care to. You have changed your fortune over the years. The Kunari have not. I offer a courtesy, Hawk. Someone has stolen what he thinks is the formula for Gatlock. You will want to hunt him.
Excuse me, but this sounds like quite the feat.
It was allowed. The stolen formula was a decoy. Sarkamek, a poison gas, not explosives.
How very Mission Impossible one of you.
Your kind, but if made in quantity, perhaps by someone intending to sell it.
That merchant, Javaris.
Would he be cautious? Or would he assume success and make enough to threaten a district? A courtesy, Hawk. You will want to hunt him.
Any idea where we can find Javaris?
I heard about a sell-off. Merchant territories and such. They don't do that unless someone left in a hurry. I'd have figured he'd look some noble. He's sure not a burglar.
Just tell me where he is.
I haven't kept up on the squirt. Ask the coterie.
Panahedon, Hawk. It will be interesting to see if you die.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate your confidence in the matter. But it's also interesting that what felt like a secondary quest in the first act has kind of become a main quest in the second act. Should we go to Darktown by dark? No. We like it when the lights are on. Plus, enemies fight us anyway. At any times of the day. They don't care. Oh. It's the coterie.
You're selling the assets of Javaris Tintop.
We are. Limited districts, limited contracts. Keeps territory clear and separate from the start. He had a meager lot, but he skipped with dues outstanding, so up it goes.
Where is this fellow?
Sounds like he's made a few friends. Can one of them point me his way?
Ask that about anyone else, I'd have you thrown out. This one, he owes me too. Javaris left in a hurry. I'd put him at Smuggler's Cut if he's avoiding patrols. It empties at a cave outside town. Tell him I said, don't come back.
Javaris doesn't exactly sound like a mastermind at work here.
Especially if he's just going to a place called Smuggler's Cut. If that seems to be the place where everyone goes. Oh, it's right over here. Alright, let's bring out the Mabari. Ah, hello, people all the way over there fighting us. And I'm guessing this also runs it towards the DLC, because one of the DLCs has, I believe, Carta mercenaries hunting you down. That would be Mark of the Assassin. Oh, alright. We've gotten ourselves quite the collection. Ooh, you're a small health bar. As are you. Let's see, who's left? And you can get an explosive strike. No, you don't need to attack Anders. Oh, there's a Carta assassin. Might as well backstab the backstabber. Oh, just a little bit, probably. No, you're cleaner than most of us. Actually, everybody's pretty clean already. All right, where does this linear dungeon? And that's the I feel like a lot of games suffer from linear development because it's easier to make. You just figure out what challenges to make and give the appearance of non-linearity. And every action game or let's not say every, a lot of action games try to give you the appearance of non-linearity. And like the way that this game like in this particular dungeon tries to give you that appearance is by having like an open setting that you can look beyond even if you can't go to it. Small nooks and crannies that are constantly revealing themselves to you. But it's still just one path. Though that could be said more for Dragon Age 1 and 2, that they both are relatively linear. Dragon Age 3 offers more non-linearity through its open world content. But at the same time, it becomes very repetitive in that process. But we'll get to that point once we get to that point. We've got a lot of bridges to cross. A lot of Carta thugs, giant spiders, dragons, shades to fight in this game before we even have to worry about Dragon Age Inquisition. Oh, hello. And then backstab you because you're almost dead. Oh. An explosive strike. Excellent. Oh, hello. Everybody seems to be going after... Oh, it's because he used hail of arrows that got everybody's attention. Oh, hello, people who just materialized out of nowhere. And then you know, it's here that I think, like, one of the things I said that I wasn't going to talk about was the huge amounts of bad guys that come to fight you. So I'm still going to try to maintain that rule, because we're not talking about necessarily the group of bad guys themselves, but the way that it affects the plot. Think about it. Think about what we're doing here. We're looking for this, this dwarf, who is fleeing town. He wants to sell off his assets. He hasn't sold off his assets. He owes a lot of money. So that means he doesn't have much money, which is obvious. It's just stating the obvious. It's using one thing to lead to the other. But the important thing to gain is, if he doesn't have any money, how is he affording so many guards? Like, is there some sort of... Are guards just really that cheap in this world? Because why are all of these Carta thugs going after you? What are his connections? If it's just him and these explosives that he tried to steal... then it doesn't necessarily make sense for why he has all of these mercenaries. But we could hold, we could hold off our suspension of disbelief, because there was another sequence where there was this mage who is surrounded by giant spiders. And why did he have so many giant spiders? Because he went to a place that he knew was dangerous, so that those things would kill him. So there was story content that explained why. For that case, at least. But for some reason, right now, I find it hard to believe that all of these Carta thugs... That guy just exploded. He was liquefied. That is a messy kill. The game... Oh, hello. Ah, alright, let's go after you. You can't evade me a second time because your evade is still on cooldown. Got a little bit of extra dungeon over here.
All set.
A terrible belt. Also, do I have all of the characters? There hasn't been any new allies introduced in Act 2 thus far, which makes me wonder if I've actually collected the entire team that I'm going to get. Or if there's like one surprise waiting for me later. Ah, a ship in a bottle for Isabella. Oh, we showed up already fighting some mercenaries. So we've got mercenaries and Carta thugs. The mercenaries are separate from the Carta thugs, but they're still in the same battle. Like, okay, so maybe here's the next question. Maybe they're not working for the dwarf. Maybe... they just happen to be in this path because... like, it's supposed to be like a popular run for people getting out, or using for... like, it's called the Smuggler's Cut. It's not called the nice people walk down this alley and give thanks to everybody who passes by for the chance to be alive. As that would be a lot to say in just one sentence, when you could easily be stabbing them. So it's perhaps that he's just way over his head and accidentally surrounding himself with all these smugglers, with all these Crota thugs.
You? Granny's garters, she would hire you. I can't buy a break on discount. You know what? Go ahead. Take my head and pike it back to that sodding elf. I need the rest.
The Canary powder. It's not what you think. It's poison.
Wait. You're tracking for the Canary. Then she did it. That elf got them after me for nothing. Bitch born.
The obvious thief was perhaps a bit too obvious.
Look, I'm minding business, same old. And out of the blue, some elf tries to kill me. Says she's got the Canary powder and I'm her cover. I slipped her, hired some bodyguards, and ran for it. And now you're here. Great.
So far, all I see is you.
Leaving the other person behind is the first step in running away. Sorry if that's inconvenient.
It is.
Here. Want to drag Dark into light? I had a man follow her. The elf's in Lowtown. I just want to get out with my dead guards. Thanks for that.
So they were, in fact, his guards. That group of mercenaries, at least.
Sounds like you have a long way to go, hopefully.
Right. Got me a rosy future to plan out. Think I'll start by selling some boots. Sodding bunch of... take a long breath on a short shaft, you blasted dog lord inroaders.
Are you gonna loot all the corpses of the mercenaries you just hired to protect you? I mean, I suppose that's a business plan when you're desperate. And the people who killed off those mercenaries aren't planning to kill you. Well, hello, we've got some rubble to explore. That was the least interesting rubble this side of the mountain. I am very disappointed. I would not give that rubble a good Yelp review. Let us go to the Hanged Man first, talk to Isabella, because we've got a ship in a bottle for her. And for some reason, we think that's a nice gift for her.
I have something for you. Ooh, what's this? Oh, isn't that just the cutest thing? You can't see it, but below deck there's a perfect replica of you, with a dozen sailors in attendance.
You tease. I'm sure there isn't. It is a worthy goal to work towards, however. Thank you, Hawk. This was a thoughtful gesture.
Excellent. That is what I like to see. Give gift, receive appreciation. Not give gift and then Meryl dislikes it for some reason. Alright, let's see if we can find this elf that has the powder so that we can stop her from poisoning the town.
You want to live, stay out.
What's going on, Mason?
God, Captain, there's... I can't even describe.
On your time, son.
Reports of some haze with a stench of rust and throw-up. There was a cloud, then a lingering...
So they made the powder.
Anyone caught in the cloud just went mad. Then the others just wrenched themselves dead.
All right, keep your post. We'll take it from here.
Couldn't they have, instead of making an explosive, just had it become inert?
Trust that it's as bad as he says.
Like, if you wanted to make a fake explosive to make it like a decoy, why did you also make it a weapon?
How about we skip this one? Send your man instead.
How about I shove a canary up your coal mine? Let's go.
Alright, alright.
Maker. We need to stop this mist. Find the source.
Hold on. Are these guys? Are these guys gonna trying to stop me from doing this? From fixing the barrels? What do they gain from this? From existing within the poison gas that is actively killing everybody? It's like, imagine if instead of gas, there was a fire. And in order to put out the fire, you also had to go into the fire yourself. So you were on fire, actively trying to put out the fire. The enemies were also on fire. Oh my gosh. Get rid of you. Nope, don't lock on. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's good enough. What motivates these killers? Oh, I need a bunch of steel latches in order to... Like, that's why I wasn't able to shut the other explosive, or the gas barrel first. Okay, that deselected the entire group. Varric, why are you so popular? Actually, never mind. I know why he's so popular. Varric is cool. He's the best. Alright, anybody else? Oh, there's this archer over here. Let's get rid of him. Anders, why are you dead? Ah. All right, you can have elf fruit. Yeah, it's slightly better than my previous gloves.
Certainty when this is over.
All right, where is the next lever in order to close these gas? Oh. Do you see that steel latch? I don't. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should consider getting rid of the hail of arrows from Varric's library of moves, because that seems to be the thing that's making everybody upset. Alright, let's stab you. Oh, a mercenary commander. Let's make you the goal. Oh, I'm stunned. That's why I'm not turning around and attacking. Also, steel latch. Can I... Ah. I can't even select you yet. Alright, that's fine. Alright, now we can close up the last of the gas barrels. Oh my gosh. Oh, everybody deselected, of course, because I picked up a latch. Oh, is this the elf?
So, your fault, I presume.
Is that Sirrah Hawk? You have enemies.
I know this.
Glad it's you, really. These poor people. You are a much better target.
So, care to explain your particular brand of crazy?
Canary take my people. My siblings forget their culture, then go to the Qun for purpose. We're losing them twice. So I get some help from your people. We'll take the Canary Thunder, make some accidents, and make them hate it. But this is all wrong.
You wanted people to die.
You were going to kill people anyway. That's not funny at all, really.
It can still work. They're hidden in your city. They'll enrage the faithful and make sure the Kunari are blamed. Me, I'm finished. I just need a few more bodies. A few more.
Alright, where do you expect to find them? These mercenary archers? I mean, I suppose they'll do. Oh! The Elven Fanatic, you've joined the fray. Oh, why not heal Hawk? Oh, hello. Reinforcements. Now, let's hold back for a second. Alright, now that everybody's gathered together, let's get rid of these ones over here. And actually, you can do that. No, we must protect dog. Ah. Now we must protect Varric.
The Arashok was right and wrong. You'll need to know about this.
Yeah, he was right in knowing that people stole his formula and used it, and they needed to be stopped. He was wrong that he needed to make a poison out of it. If you're going to give some, like... if you're going to give somebody a decoy, try to make sure that the decoy is not extremely dangerous. Just a thought. Also, this does not seem like the end of Act 2. Maybe like the middle of Act 2. Maybe Act 2 has multiple acts. Because I would like to do the Mark of the Assassins quest before I finish Act 2.
So, I was wrong about our thief.
You'll get used to it.
They say we were careless with our trap, that this is our fault.
Yes.
But even without the Sarkamek, there would have been death.
You made a poison.
This elf was determined to lay blame at our feet. Selfishness, want, denial. How do you allow this to continue?
If you won't talk straight, then we won't talk.
Hold. Since we arrived, I have seen nothing but greed and weakness. Dwarves, humans, elves, just festering. No order, no goal. You are one of the few I have met with any ability. And yet this too was random, a result of selfishness. I cannot fathom how a mire like this can be justified.
Oh, is this why you're sticking around? Because you don't necessarily understand this in comparison to the absolute order of the Qun?
My welcome to the city was not so different from yours.
And yet you suffer it.
It's an opportunity to make a real difference.
Karisten are soldiers. The Qun made it so. They can never vary from that assigned path, never be other than they are meant to be. But they are free to choose within that role, to accept and succeed, or deny and die. Glory is clear and defined.
You can be a brick maker. You can do nothing but make bricks, but you can choose to be good at making bricks or bad at making bricks. That's not a choice. And I was gonna say, is it certainty or slavery? Is there a real difference between the two?
He's free to choose to obey. That isn't contradictory to you.
He chooses to be, as do we all, long before any of your meaningless freedoms are presented.
Whatever you say, Hamlet.
Your kind may force our role to change, if the Qun demands.
She was angry to see her people losing their culture by claiming yours.
We accept those who submit to the Qun. The weak naturally seek the strong. It doesn't matter. We did not come equipped to indoctrinate. I am here to satisfy a demand you cannot understand.
That's one of the most vague villain lines of all time.
No ship is coming. There is no rescue from duty to the Qun.
Okay, so now we have admission that they weren't actually planning to leave.
That is not the understanding of city leaders and their supporters.
Let them rot. Filth stole from us. Not now, not the Sarkamek. Years ago. A simple act of greed has bound me. We are all denied Parvolin until I alone recover what was lost under my command.
And that is?
That is why this elf and her shadows are unimportant. That is why I do not simply walk from this pustule of a city. Fixing your mess is not the demand of the Qun, and you should all be grateful! Thank you, human, for your service. Leave.
He's on the edge. The Viscount should know.
All right, let us go to the Viscount and report what has happened. Or we can go to Darktown, because apparently there's a quest there? It's not labeled as a quest anywhere. On the map, at least. There's the free clinic where Anders is.
I've been neglecting my patients lately. I should spend more time here.
Oh, it's for Anders.
Have you noticed how many Tranquil are in the gallows courtyard lately?
No.
And don't tell me I'm just sensitive to it. I've been watching, and every day there are new Tranquil, selling their bloody wares. Good mages too. People I know past their harrowing.
Doesn't Chantry law say that mages who pass their harrowing can't be made tranquil?
Exactly. The Templars are using the right of tranquility to silence those who speak against them. They're working on a deliberate plan to turn every mage in Kirkwall within the next 3 years.
Whatever you think of Templars, you can't imagine they're so heartless.
They're worse. There are groups in Kirkwall who help those fleeing the Circle. I've talked to people on the inside. The plan is the work of a Templar named Sir Ulrich. I've had a run-in with him myself. He's the one who did the ritual on Carl. Nasty piece of work. Likes to make mages beg.
What happened between you and Sir Ulrich?
I've been involved with an underground resistance. Mages living free in Kirkwall who help others escape. I can't tell you any more, for your sake and theirs.
Can you tell me why your mustache isn't quite as full as your beard?
Suffice it to say, I've been in the gallows. I've seen his work firsthand.
How do we stop them?
My friends in the Mage Underground know a way inside. A secret entrance under the walls of the gallows. Come with me tonight, please. Help me find the evidence of Sir Ulrich's tranquil solution.
What do you mean, tranquil solution?
That's what he calls it. His idea of a peaceful solution to the mage problem. To sunder the mind of every mage in the Free Marches. I'm told he's bringing his proposal to Val Royeaux, to the Divine herself. He would turn every mage in Thedas into a drooling simpleton under his command.
I'll be there. Though this Sir Ulrich would be a fool to keep such a plan in writing.
Then let us pray.
Spoilers!
He's a fool as well as a bastard. I'm ready to go when you are. Our entrance is concealed not far from here.
You know, I think I'm going to stop here for the night. Got any suggestions for someone to play next? Leave them down in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and have yourselves a good night.
Do not tell anyone about this way into the gallows. It's a secret that has saved the lives of hundreds of mages.